Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and I do have a surprise for you. Sorry, I'm using the front facing camera. So today I picked up an iPhone 14, as you guys can see, iPhone 14 Pro Max. And to start out, I just wanted to show you guys what the cases look like. iPhone 13 Pro Max and iPhone 14 Pro Max cases, and you can see the cases are actually almost exactly the same size, and you can see what the two cases look like. This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max and this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and in the back, of course, you have some information. That's what it looks like. So this one is 256 gigabyte, and I got the 1 terabyte iPhone 14 Pro Max. So let's go ahead and open this up. There and there. So put that over there. Open the case and bam! On the case you can see there's a cutout for the camera lens. It does feel quite sizable and substantial. And there is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. I got the black color. They had just two available, the purple and a black, so I went ahead and ordered the black. Let's take it out of the case. It's gonna be a bit tricky. I'm having my hand go around the tripod. And what do we have in the case? Well, you have the iPhone here. Let's set it off to the side, and you have a charging cable. There is no charger, there is no headphone, and then we have some documentation here. You no longer need a physical SIM card. Activate your eSIM during phone setup. Cool. And I think usually you would have two of these Apple stickers. Now there's just one. So that is what we have. No handbook, no further information. Everything has migrated online. Great. All right, let's go ahead and peel this off. Nice. And we can move these ones out of the way, move the cases out of the way. So that's what the iPhone 14 Pro Max looks like, and I'll bring next to it my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and so you can see them both side by side. The difference that you can tell, of course, is that the iPhone 13, just looking at them immediately, you can tell how much larger and taller the camera stack is on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. iPhone 13 a little bit more subdued, and iPhone 14 Pro Max, you can tell that the camera lenses are much larger. The other thing that you can tell is the flash on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I have on my right hand. You can see that it's just a white dot with a smaller concentric dot in the middle, whereas here you could almost say that you could see the LEDs in the lens of the flashlight. Other than that, not much difference. This feels substantially lighter. I can tell this is heavier, this is way lighter. Side by side, about the same height. Dimensionally, everything seems to be the same. So it's almost like I see the iPhone 14 Pro Max is slight bit thicker, but dimensionally for the exterior, I would say they are substantially similar. Now on the sides, this takes an eSIM, so there's no longer a need for a SIM tray. So if we look at the right side, here you have the power button. It's a bit longer. Here it seems to be a bit longer, and here this one is a bit smaller. And then the 5G antenna seems to be longer also on the 14 Pro Max compared to the 13 Pro Max. Underneath, you have the charging port, very similar location. everything seems almost the same. The openings for the speaker, they both all seem the same, so not much has changed underneath. Okay, we continue on the other side, and on the left side you can see that there's the opening, there's the little tray for the SIM card on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. iPhone 14 Pro Max, there's nothing on the left side, just the two buttons for the volume up, volume down, and also to mute the phone, like I have here on the 13 Pro Max. Again, on the back you have the Apple logo. They feel quite similar, even though the 14 Pro Max seems to be smoother. This one seems to have a little bit of grit to it, whereas the 14 Pro Max seems really ultra smooth. At the top of the phone, no differences that I can speak of or that I can see, so pretty similar phones. Now let's go ahead and turn it on for the very first time. But this video was mainly just to show you guys how I unbox the phone. Let's go ahead, turn it on initially, and then I might have to turn it off and do the initial configuration, transfer my information, and then we can do some further real world testing. The 14 Pro Max is supposed to have a much brighter screen also once I get there, so but pretty much I will get back to you guys once I complete the setup. So thanks for watching, and this is what the phones look like. Bye for now, and catch you guys when I return.